And we're going. Early bomb on 1-1, always a good find. You can use that for your blood shop and get an easy kill on the boss, or just take it along for the ride. Whatever you so choose. Sillypears jumping into a zombie there. Losing a heart. Takes out the Minotaur and is down to 1-2 first. As the Minotaur seemed to have gotten away from MonsterRacer there. But does make it down to 1-2. Sillypears finds that red dragon stomping through the walls and the bat cave. And they'll be taking them out. Picking out the bats first, make it a little safer, but did get hit by one. And MonsterRacer fighting the same dragon. Doing the 4-square dance to get the safe kill, and is going to farm up a leprechaun here. Doing a little bit of milking. A transmute shop right away on 1-3. Sillypears is going to go for the weapon and gets a obsidian broadsword. We'll see if MonsterRacer matches that. Looks like they're going for the shovel. Ending up on a shovel of courage. That's good. Oh, and there's a map in a crate that Sillypears found. And MonsterRacer is going to miss. And Sillypears is going back for a shovel. We'll get the pickaxe, I think, was the next one. They might have been waiting to see what MonsterRacer did, and just went for the weapon, getting the glass cat. Blood was first? I gotcha. Well, either way, Fortissimo is your Zone 1 boss, and MonsterRacer is not going to get the flawless victory. He's going to be stuck on that base dagger. But Sillypears is about to get the mole off the stage, and should be a one-shot hit for the flawless victory. We'll see if they stay on the cat or do something else. Another red dragon for MonsterRacer, easy takedown, and Sillypears went for a weapon, got the, oh, there's cutscenes! Got the titanium harp. Sillypears, please. But MonsterRacer did get a fireball spell in the 2-1 shop, and those sunglasses to get, oh, and jumped on a spike trap, okay. And Sillypears is going to have to shield there, but will be able to take out that dragon. What'd they get in this? I guess the shield spell in the arena. A weird death there by MonsterRacer, just jumping on a trap into a spike trap. It's going to give Sillypears the opportunity to take a quick lead. Eating that drumstick to get back to full health. Now has a shield spell and a fireball spell. Yeah, there's that trap that MonsterRacer went on over on Sillypears' side. We're going to see the Nightmare come up. The Blood Nightmare. And Sillypears is going to take this opportunity to do a little bit of slow play. Going to check the shop on 2-2. Find some vanguards. And a better shovel. Don't have enough money for it, though. So we'll be heading towards the exit. On to 2-3. MonsterRacer doing a little more searching in Zone 1 here. Finds a blood whip for their trouble. Locked shop on 2-3. I imagine we'll be checking that out. Oh, the mole ate the Shriner, though, so Sillypears will unfortunately be missing out on that. But maybe this shop's got something in it. Magic cheese. That's a free 2 hearts. Ring up our Boots of Pain is actually pretty dang good with the harp, but not enough money for Sillypears to pick that up. MonsterRacer back on the Fortissimo fight. Let's see if we can do better this time. Looks like we're handling it. There's the flawless victory. Imagine we'll see the titanium harp along with MonsterRacer as well. And back into Zone 2. So Sillypears will start to have to push again as MonsterRacer is starting to catch up. Remember to use your shield spell, your fireball spells. We should be doing okay. MonsterRacer down the trapdoor onto 2-3 and has caught back up. Sillypears down to the Zone 2 boss first, though. It's going to be Death Metal. A Harp Fireball. Into 2 more Harp hits for the flawless victory. It looks like MonsterRacer's going the wrong way. More cutscenes. Sillypears switching off to Old Faithful, though. That titanium longsword. Ooh, MonsterRacer might be... Oh, nope. No Shriner for either racer today. That mole taking him down. And never the food shop for Sillypears. Took a hit by the Minotaur, down to half a heart. And then finds the armor, of course. Maybe this barrel will have something. Ooh, just a regular old heart. That's good. Sillypears doing some more farming on this 3-1. I think they should have just left by now. But there's a big dig here. It's too expensive. Gonna get a monocle and cheese, so we did get some health back. If we decide to eat it. Flawless victory for MonsterRacer on Death Metal. Gonna be checking purple chest for shield tomes. And Sillypears is gonna kill the shopkeep now. Gonna get the big dig for some additional damage. Leaving the monocle behind though now. But MonsterRacer is within striking distance here, so we'll see if Sillypears starts to push a little harder. There is a trapdoor we could go down, and we are. Into the Zone 3 mosh pit. It's gonna be Coral Riff. They must have been listening to the soundtrack. Looks like MonsterRacer's gonna try to get into this shop too. I don't think the big dig's that important, but they're gonna go for it. But they are gonna get the cheese though. Oh no, they aren't. They don't have enough money. Bomb the shop walls. Yeah, there you go. Flawless victory for Sillypears over Coral Riff. Imagine we'll see a purple chest check here, going for a ring. Get the ring of gold. More cutscenes. And more cheese for Sillypears, so has the opportunity to heal even more. And should take in a few hits there, down to 2.5 hearts. And there's the shop over on MonsterRacer's side. We definitely killed for that. Ring of War, Heavy Plate, and the Rat Charm. Down Rat. We take all of those things. Consider picking up that torch. Looks like MonsterRacer's gonna pass on it. MonsterRacer onto that Coral Riff fight. While Sillypears is motoring through a 4-2 here, going all the way back to the start though with that swarm. And still taking a few hits there. Looks like they opened up this entire floor almost. But going back to that shop. I think you killed the shopkeeper though, didn't you? Yeah. For the big dig. MonsterRacer using the Telemonkey to go through that level with ease. And you killed the shopkeeper, remember? Yep. Alright. Down to 4-2. Sillypears grabbing some stacks of bombs here before moving on to 4-3. MonsterRacer finds a shield tome there. And there's a vault or a potion here on 4-3. Looks like just a potion room. So we'll use one of the bombs to get in there, I'd imagine. Crossbow in the 4-3 chest. Oh, it is a vault. Ah, scary. What's in there, though? MonsterRacer just passing on it. They have the monocle and can see it's a blunderbuss. That's a lot of time wasted for Sillypears, and that allowed MonsterRacer to take a slight lead here in 4-3. And it's going to be on the boss first. It's King Kong. Good fireballs from Sillypears there, but gets a bunch of monkey jumps on him and gets teleported away. All right, MonsterRacer handled those early ads. It's gonna bomb. Okay, that's the, what is that? The Azuma strat. Gonna forgo the boss chests and get the early hits on Conga. Welcome back, Zio. Sillypears is not going to get the flawless victory either, but we'll be moving on into Zone 5. Just as MonsterRacer gets down to 5-2. Whoa, that was a fun arc of electricity. And get some fireballs here on, yeah, that Minotaur. Well done. Does take an electric ball hit, but with that heavy plate should be all right. Down to 5-3, just as Sillypears gets down to 5-2. It looks like MonsterRacer has this race under control. We'll have to see how Deadringer and Necrodancer go, though. The great equalizers. Looks like we have a left side spawn. MonsterRacer's doing Oblivion strats. These look so smooth when they work. Did take a hit, though. Oh, I think the harp kind of screwed it up, but managed to just do it. Where we're going, MonsterRacer don't need rails. And Sillypears is about to get a crack at Deadringer themselves as we clear out these enemies. And MonsterRacer's already on phase 2 of Necrodancer, though. Sillypears is going to do a Japanese strat, it would seem. And mixing in a fireball for some flavor. Does get the flawless victory. But it is too late. MonsterRacer has defeated the Necrodancer in 9:30 in-game, 12:14 race time. GG. And let's check out this monkey teleport by MonsterRacer. Headed into Zone 4, gets immediate purple monkey. Oh, kills the first one. Maybe didn't plan to do that, but it worked out really well. And that's where MonsterRacer really started to catch up to Sillypears. Sillypears is going to complete the seed, which is always encouraged. It's also kind of good for your racing psyche to get that Necrodancer kill and move on. And now he's memeing for the lulz. Bam-ba-da-pow. Necrodancer lore. And roll credits even. Yes, turn those off. Graphical options, show, oh, it's gameplay options, huh? What if MonsterRacer won by like 2 seconds? Because Sillypears had cutscenes on. That'd be bad. Be sure to check the schedule, which I just posted in chat. There are lots more races going on today. But this one's going on right now. Early red chest on 1-1 has the cool shades again. So 2 damage. Ooh, Sillypears is going to pass on it. MonsterRacer is not. I believe that's the correct choice. Having that extra early damage is super valuable. Bloodshop has a armor, rat charm, and golden spear. Both racers just going to grab the armor. Some racers aren't comfortable with the shades. I think it's something you really need to get comfortable with because that extra damage can make a huge difference. But Sillypears is down on to 1-2. Just as MonsterRacer gets there, there's a free crate here for Sillypears. It's got 3 bombs in it. It's a good find. Our racers went opposite directions here. We're gonna see a little parity. MonsterRacer sees a tier 3 cracked wall, but is gonna pass on it and take the trapdoor down into 1-3. And both racers will be about on the same time again, but going different directions again. Sillypears finding 3 bombs. There is a locked shop up here. MonsterRacer doesn't have any bombs, and we'll just take the trapdoor down to your... Sillypears is in a big trouble here. Yep, going down. That was too many enemies in too small of space. Maybe if you had 2 damage, could have dealt with it. This time, Sillypears is taking the 2 damage. MonsterRacer is on the King Konga fight, your Zone 1 boss. Doing the correct Konga dance here to not have to deal with the ghosts, but Henry had something to say about it, coming down and join the party. And now we will have to deal with the ghosts. Well handled there by MonsterRacer. Sillypears opting to kill the Blood Shopkeeper this time, getting all those goodies. Plus the Blood Drum. MonsterRacer going to check a black chest for a glass broadsword. Not really what you want to see. It's 5 damage, but don't want to get hit. Cracked wall on 2-1. It's a Shriner. It's a good Shriner. MonsterRacer going to immediately hit Shrine of Darkness to get that mapping and reduced aggro. Didn't have a bomb to do to get rid of the ring, so just had to take it and go. Looks like we're going to Leprechaun here for MonsterRacer. It got away. Slippery Leprechaun. Oh, that right rat doing some work for Sillypears. Not enough, though. That Minotaur getting away. But Sillypears back down into 1-3. And MonsterRacer just moving through the Zone 2 with ease. On to 2-3 already. But we see what's in this lock shop by Sillypears. It looks like it. Ring of Pain, Blood, Rapier, or Blood Cutlass, and Magic Carrot. Magic Carrot you can just buy and get an extra heart. I would consider getting the Pain as well. Yep, that's good. Down the trapdoor with that barrel. Has an apple in it. Monster did take a hit and broke that glass, but is right next to a transmute shop, conjure shop. And with that Ring of Shadows, we'll be able to make the build they want. Just gotta decide what we want and how long we want to spend in here. There's a Gi for the armor, obsidian armor. Already got strength boots. It's gonna start going for the ring now, looks like. Ring of Protection, Ring of Luck. Boots of Pain are laying on the ground there. Ring of Piercing, I'd be alright with that. Gonna try for a shovel again, it looks like. Shovel of Courage. Pretty good build. It's gonna pass the Shovel of Courage though. We'll see if Sillypears finds that same thing. It looks like Sillypears may have missed the Shriner though. So won't have the Ring of Darkness. Fortissimo Fight was your Zone 2 boss. MonsterRacer checked the purple chest for some Earth Tomes. And this full mapping with Vision now, MonsterRacer should feel pretty comfortable the rest of the run. Healing up to full health with that cheese in the 3-1 shop. Grabbing a backpack along the way. You got a backpack, pick up that apple. Leaves it on the floor. Yep, jackets in in season 7 and 8, which we're in right now. We're using a Necrodancer mod that removes axes, boots of leaping, and boots of lunging. Because that makes the races more interesting. Sillypears did make their way down to 3-1, switching to an Obsidian Spear. Dishing out a little more damage now. as both of our racers move towards the exit. Got a blue dragon that dunked on MonsterRacer there for a heart and a half. But they do make it down to their Zone 3 boss. That's Death Metal. Take care of those beetles and onto the big man himself. Gets the flawless victory. Checking purple there for a transmute comb. Gonna leave it behind. Sillypears taking a hit there from a rider, but it's gonna heal right away with the holy water and get back onto that blood drum. Down to 3-3. MonsterRacer going to switch off those boots of strength and get some vanguards for some more defense. And that's fair. They already have 2 damage up with the weapon charm and the shades. So I like that play. Could use that holy water here to get a heal, but it's going to hang on to it. Sillypears has made it down to death metal. Will we see a blood drum kill? We sure will. Flawless victory. Checking black finds a blood rapier. That might be worth considering taking, especially with the Ring of Pain, but we're going to stay on the Obsidian Sphere. It's always nice having that extra damage to just roll through enemies, just like MonsterRacer did there, down onto 4-3. Sillypears seeing what's in this barrel is just some money. Shop here on 4-3 has a shield scroll and a blood whip. No thank you. Good lunging there. That piercing ring's working really well for MonsterRacer here too. It's worth it just to not deal with Blade Masters. Unfortunate Telemonkey there at the end, but we'll be down to the Zone 4 boss, which is Coral Riff. Good music timing once again. Welcome to Earth. And straight down into Zone 5. Looks like MonsterRacer's looking for another win here. Sillypears taking a bomb hit. Using that right rat to take out Blade Masters. That's what I like to see. Finds a drumstick in a barrel, back to full health. And down to 4-3. MonsterRacer, though, with the commanding lead again. About to drop down to 5-3. Good red dragon kill for Sillypears. And they'll be looking to fight the Zone 4 boss at Coral Riff. And MonsterRacer's on the Dead Ringer. We have a left side spawn. Looks like we're going to see more Oblivion strats. Could have did Earth kills with the tomes, but Oblivion just looks so much better. Yeah, well done. And I imagine they have enough bombs for the Necrodancer fight, as we're using them to blow up the stage. And Sillypears just isn't going to get there in time. MonsterRacer is going to get this Necrodancer kill, unless things go really, really, really bad. Which has happened, but should be okay. One more hit on the Necrodancer. There you go, MonsterRacer taking a second victory over Sillypears. 10-13 race time, just sub 10 in game. GG. Yeah, Shadows Conjurer, MonsterRacer commenting in chat there. Yeah, you can pretty much just make your build and go. It is one of those fun interactions. It can really throw off your opponent too if they're screen watching and they don't see how you got that build. They're like, where'd you get the rapier? Where'd you get the piercing? It's like, what happened? But we'll get our final seed entered in for both racers. And we'll get this final race of the match underway. Once again, be sure to check the schedule for upcoming races and commentaries. And we're going. Red chest on 1-1 has a torch in it. Be able to see where we're going. And both racers down to 1-2. There is a Shrine of Mystery here right next to a black chest. I might have checked that black chest first, but it looks like we got a whip. Or was it a cat? It's a whip! Alright. Let's see who can whip better. Sillypears definitely is. Oh, he is going to take it. Alright. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, the early damage up in Zone 1, Zone 2 is worth fighting with a whip. But no, Sillypears is going to leave it behind, taking the dagger. Looks like it's an obsidian whip at that. And MonsterRacer got leprechaunned. Getting snagged on that green slime feels bad, man. So MonsterRacer was able to take out this red dragon really quickly, where Sillypears is going to have to spend 12 beats. The MonsterRacer is what, 4? All right, a glass shop on 1-3. We're going to pick up the shovel and the armor. There's a golden spear. MonsterRacer going to stay on that whip, though. Sillypears down to half a heart, though, taking a few hits on the way to this glass shop. Looks like we're going to try to get a Minotaur to open the glass shop for Sillypears, and is successful in doing it. MonsterRacer spent some time to get the money to buy the glass staff in that shop, and Sillypears just going down to a Black Knight there. Just not having enough damage. Fortissimo, your Zone 1 boss. MonsterRacer gets the easy victory with that 4 damage staff. And we'll be checking purple chest for a transmute tome. Early 2-1 shop has a compass, a shovel of courage, and shurikens. He pretty much tried to get all of those. Went for the double transmute though, and sees a heal spell. It's very expensive though, so we'll be passing on it. Using that staff really well though, melting those all those enemies in the mini boss room, and we'll be headed down to 2-2. Sillypears on their way back to that red dragon fight. This time taking in a mystery ring. Do we know what it is yet? Well, Sillypears down to the dragon. Easy kill for MonsterRacer there on that Banshee. Headed down to the Zone 2 boss. It's King Konga. You can just dig the chair. Get him into phase 2. The throne. Forgive me, King Konga. Your throne is dug, and you are dead. Flawless victory. Imagine our purple chest check for MonsterRacer. It's a pulse spell. Sillypears just skipping that mystery shrine altogether this time. I'm assuming the ring wasn't good. And another fight with this red dragon. Using that bomb trap to good use there. Another laser kill on a nightmare for MonsterRacer as they get ready to hop into 3-2. And Sillypears dealing with another big swarm here at the exit. Handling it this time just fine though. We'll see if MonsterRacer switches off this staff after the Zone 3 boss, because staffs can be a little spooky on Zone 4. You can get Warlock lasered across the level, which is always fun. MonsterRacer did find a map, an arena as well, with a transmute spell and obsidian cutlass. Might consider picking up that obsidian cutlass, but they're going to move on to 3-3 instead. Flawless victory for Sillypears. We'll see what's in this black chest. It's a glass spear. A lot of glass. MonsterRacer down into your Zone 3 boss. It's death metal again. Always Zone 3 death metal. Good pulse after taking out the first two beetles, and flawless victory for MonsterRacer. Gonna stay on the glass. Bold moves, but did find a ring of shielding, so that could help with teleport shenanigans. And there's a really good shot for Sillypears. Gonna get the kill on the shopkeeper, getting heavy plate plus the helmet for even more armor. I think a purple heart. MonsterRacer handling this staff just fine so far. No crazy teleports yet. They'll be down into 4-2. There was a little bit of a crazy teleport there. MonsterRacer did get hit by the harpy, popping their shield, but found a potion on the way. That'll help. And Sillypears switching off that helmet to a miner's cap, and did break their weapon there, so down to a glass shard. I'm gonna say Elad shard. And there's a good teleport for MonsterRacer, getting around that Blade Master and down into 4-3. While Sillypears is on the King Konga fight. Ooh, careful here. Yeah, good work, MonsterRacer there. Didn't want to attack that Warlock, would have exploded on the Pixie. You killed your shopkeep. That's the second store you've checked. That was empty. Taking care of these Blade Masters, that's a good idea, especially with glass being your weapon. And using that laser's range to take out pretty much everything in that mini-boss room besides the mini-boss. Sillypears finding a titanium cat in that flawless victory. Excellent switch out. Doesn't work too well with the miner's cap, but it's better than a glass shard. Pulse spell for MonsterRacer, killing Deep Blues, your Zone 4 boss. We'll be checking purple chest for a ring of regen. So really, MonsterRacer just can't get hit twice here, and they should be fine. The glass is still a little scary, but they've been managing it just fine. No more scary teleports in Zone 5, which is helpful. Using that Gorgon to take out the boss. Sillypears down to 3-2. Dealing with that Ghost Doused before moving along. Earth Dragon and MonsterRacer's way here. Good attacks there. Double staff and then pulse to take out the remaining adds, down to 5-3. That's quite the swarm for Sillypears over there on 3-3. But with the cat, you're able to do a cat dance around everybody, and it's just easy. Oh, that was 3-2. But MonsterRacer down to the Dead Ringer. Will we see staff strats? It looks like it. Staff strats. Looks a little off the rails, though. Looks very off the rails. Yeah, we're converting to safe strats here. Taking out the sarcophagi, taking out the mini bosses. This is just fine. Pulse the, or just attack it, yeah. Good recovery. And Sillypears has made it down to Zone 4. Heavy plate doing a lot of work for them, as they're taking a few hits here. And Monster Racer is going to be on phase 2 of Necrodancer. Really consistent runs for Monster Racer today. And taking that glass staff all the way through to the end. Two more hits on that Necrodancer, and it looks like Monster Racer is going to wrap this up. There it is. 9:51 race time. GG. Give him that third loot. And that's going to be it for that race.